this segment of Connections, we will be speaking with representatives from the Anguilla Progressive Association of New York, that's APANY, all about their upcoming event, ANSAR 2023, and so much more. Today's representatives are Mr. Carlson Connor, president of APANY, and Mr. Seymour Hodge, liaison of this association. Good morning, gentlemen, and it is our pleasure to welcome you to Good Morning SKN this morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Nationals of stkittsnevis and
morning.
Throughout St. Martin. I was told that you guys go in the 3 islands.
Yes.
One and all.
Yes. Happy you all could join us this morning.
Indeed. So let's talk about the background. Well, the background on the launch and the significance of the Anguilla Progressive Association of New York.
I'm getting a feedback from your voice. I don't know. Seymour, are you hearing her clearly?
Do you need me to repeat the questions?
We didn't get a question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, gentlemen, can you give us a background of the launch and significance of the Anguilla Progressive Association of New York?
Okay, let me do first. I would do the part with the Anguilla Progressive Association of New York, and Seymour will give you a little heads up on where we are with the preparations as it relates to ANSAR. Okay. The Anguilla Progressive Association, as we are known as, is a group of second-generation hard-working Anguillans who came together to form a non-for-profit 501c3 corporation here in the state of New York.
Okay.
Concerned Anguillians and friends of Anguilla, of offsprings of former Anguillians organization. We are a relatively young organization formed in 1996 in a response to a very destructive hurricane that struck Anguilla on September the 5th in 1995, which was known as Lewis.
Yeah.
Some of our major goals are to provide assistance to persons in need, to sponsor and support cultural programs in the performing and visual arts, to conduct activities such as charitable, educational, and cultural in the youth, both for our own members and Anguillan individuals groups alike, here and throughout the diaspora. Those are some of the highlights about ANSAR. Seymour Hodge was once the first president, I must say, of APANY, and since his retirement, I was duly elected and still serving for that period of time. Something that I enjoy doing. Oh. So that's a little brief synopsis about APANY, and we're going about 27 years now in existence.
Oh, good stuff! Congrats, yeah.
And can you also share with us a little of your upbringing in Anguilla?
A little of what?
Your upbringing in Anguilla.
Well, I was, I wish I had that piece here in front of me. I was born in Anguilla in a district known as Roaches Hill. Okay. Not to say that we have roaches, but that's the name of the village that we call. Some people who say the valley, Roaches Hill, we have about, if I was living in Anguilla, I could use like 5 different villages and still get my mail. Okay. And I then venture out into the Virgin Islands in search of higher education and things of that nature, because at that time, Anguilla did not, the only higher education that we had during those days was the high school, which is what secondary high school. And if we wanted to pursue a career in anything in education, we had to leave Anguilla and go elsewhere. So I tend to go to U.S. Virgin Islands. I spent 5.5 years there, and then I head up to the U.S. of A. to study mechanical dentistry, which I am. I've been doing that now for about 40-something years. Some folks say it's dental technology or technical dentistry, but whatever it is, it has to do with making of dentures, partials, fixed bridges, etc., etc. I since then have to say, you know what, this thing has been taking a toll on me. So in 2004, I think I went and I got my real estate license.
Oh, nice.
And now I'm a real estate agent here working for a company that I am now given the position as business development manager.
Oh,
And we have about
nice.
35.
Congrats.
Thank you. We have about 35 persons that we work with in terms of agents. But this company, they're based on a lot of recruit, because not everyone would stay with you. Some go, some come. So we got to constantly keep on recruiting so we can get those numbers. When one go, maybe you get two instead of one again.
Okay.
So that is basically who I am. And like I said, I enjoy working or doing what I'm doing for Anguilla as a president. I was also in 2009 given the Queen's certificate for the work that I've been doing.
Congrats.
That was president from our former chief minister then was Osborne B. Fleming. I don't know if you ever heard of his name. He used to work in Sinkert some years ago. Someone told me he was a teacher there, but that I don't know. But but that as it may, he then became chief minister of Anguilla for some time, and on 2016 in the U.S. of A., I then got another award from the Victor Banks government as ambassador for Anguilla.
Oh, nice. Congrats on that as well.
I have a lot of titles bestowed upon me, but they're just acolytes, because I cannot say I'm going to come to Anguilla and park in a certain spot to say that I'm the ambassador for Anguilla, so I can't get a ticket. I will get a ticket.
I like the humbleness to that.
Yes,
and Mr.
indeed.
Hodge, what about you? Tell us a bit about your humble beginnings in Anguilla. Okay.
Hold a second. I know you sent me something a while ago, maybe.
Yes, can you share with us the meaning of ANSAR?
Share with you what?
The acronym ANSAR. What's the meaning of ANSAR?
Oh, sure. ANSAR stands for Anguilla, Snevis, Stkitts Associations Reunion. Now, we have ANSAR is about 40 years in existence. Okay.
Okay.
If what I can do, I can give you a little brief synopsis about the history of ANSAR.
Yes, please. Go ahead. Yes, please.
The reunion idea originated in Montreal with its founder, Mrs. Faustina France Cabanilla, and an executive body of the stkittsnevis and Anguilla associations in Montreal in 1983. After contacting other nationals at home and abroad, it was agreed that the idea had generated sufficient interest for putting together the first ever reunion nationals of stkittsnevis and Anguilla. In May of 1994, this dream was realized with Montreal as host city. The aims and objectives established were to establish and rekindle old alliances. 2, to strengthen the bonds of brotherhood and friendship. 3, to participate in various social activities, discuss matters of mutual interest, including issues of economic development. To remain connected by our communal heritage of history and cultural legacy. To promote greater international awareness of Anguilla, Nevis, and Stkitts. In July 1988, the reunion was held in Bastia, Stkitts, with the local chapter as host. At this beginning, the guidelines were to draft and passed. These included the following: a committee called the ANSAR Secretariat to ensure the community of reunions, to provide a cultural forum and contact point worldwide, reaching as many nationals as possible, to maintain the spirit of Operation Home, to be as follows: each association / group in the period between reunions will undertake a project which shall benefit our homeland, which will be announced at each and every general session. Then the reunion started. They were held annually, but in 1988, a decision was made to hold them biannually. In the year 1996 to 98, there were plans to have the reunion to the U.S. Virgin Islands, but the series of the hurricanes prevented these plans from coming to fruition. So that is where, and that is how this whole ANSAR program, ANSAR reunion started. It was started by a petition and in Canada.
Okay,
Wow,
nice.
brief history there, indeed.
Well,
This,
Mr. Hodge, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. I had some issues there again, as
No
usual.
problem. So let's bring
All
you
right.
into the conversation. Well,
Yes.
Mr. Connor just told us the years that since ANSAR was started, and
Yes.
we see that APANY will be hosting an event. So can you tell us about that event and who are some of the entertainment, some of the special invited guests?
Okay, yes. All right, we are starting off on Friday, the 14th of July, with a welcome reception from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Anguilla Great House. That is a locally owned hotel on the beautiful beach of Rendezvous Bay in Anguilla. At the same time, persons who have not registered online will be able to register for the weekend of activities. Also, at the Anguilla Great House, we'll have the opportunities for persons, vendors, to market some of their goods. So we call that the marketplace. And each vendor will have a tent with a table and chairs to sell their products locally made. And in that evening, the delegates of ANSAR will have their general meeting. The next day, Saturday, the 15th of July, we'll continue registration, and then we'll have an official opening ceremony at 9 a.m. The invited guests are the Honorable Prime Minister of stkittsnevis, the Honorable Premier of Nevis, and the Honorable Premier of Anguilla as invited guests, and all confirmed. The keynote speaker for the opening ceremony is the Honorable Perrin Bradley, Deputy Governor of Anguilla. After the opening ceremony, we have a few lectures and workshops. One of the highlights of the workshop is a genealogy presentation of the genealogy of Anguillian skittitians and the visions, how we intertwine with each other. Then they will break and the delegates can have lunch, and then we have tours throughout the island. In the evening, we are having a gala dinner dance at Aurora Ballroom, and the entertainment for that evening will be Boss and the Horsepower Band, well-known band throughout the region and also throughout the UK and the USA. On Sunday morning, we start off with an interdenominational service at the Maranatha Methodist Church in Blowing Point at 10 a.m. The marketplace will then move to Blue Ridge Convention Center. And after the church service, we have a lunch and award program from 12:30 to 2:30 at the Blue Ridge Convention Center. And then we will finish up all of activities with a fashion and cultural show at the Blue Ridge Convention Center in Anguilla. So those are the activities we have planned for the weekend of July 14th to 16th, 2023. So we're inviting all of our nationals from St. Kitts, Nevis, and Anguilla to attend this beautiful weekend. Our theme is Unified by a Collective Effort for a Common Goal. ANSAR 2023.
Oh, nice.
Wonderful. And still with you, Mr. Hodge, for those persons who are in St. Kitts and Nevis many of us will be heading over to Anguilla, of course, but for those folks who cannot make it, will the events be live streamed as well?
Yes, we have contracted with Lloyd's Live Facebook page to live stream, and we're working on a second vendor for live stream also. So there'll be two entities, but the first one confirmed is Lloyd's Live Facebook page.
Wonderful, wonderful. Nice. And does these events have a cost to it? What's the cost to enter these festivals?
All right. We have a package of activities. The registration package is $400 US, and that includes activities for the welcome reception and cocktail, the registration for the opening ceremony, the dinner dance, the luncheon and fashion show. Now, if persons want individual tickets, it is possible to purchase those tickets, and all of the activities are on our website, ANSAR2023Anguilla.com, and you can purchase individual tickets if you desire. We are trying to go paperless, so all of the registration will be done online. But unfortunately, we know some of our seniors might have some technical difficulties. We will have persons to register them online through our portal. Again, ANSAR2023Anguilla.com, and you will see the different, we have, again, a package of $400 for the events, and that includes, if you're staying at our listed hotels, we have hotels that we have connected with. The first one is the Aurora Anguilla Aurora Anguilla Resort and Golf Club, Four Seasons Resort and Residences, Anguilla Great House, La View Boutique in Backstreet, South Hill, Royal Palm, Bella Blue, and Turtle Nest. If delegates are staying at those hotels, we will provide free transportation from the properties, and we'll also pick them from the airport if they're coming in via the air, or from Blowing Point if they're coming in through the ferry service. So the $400 includes transportation from your entry point and back, and then to all activities.
Okay, nice.
Wonderful. And thank you. Mr. Hodge, you just made our job easy this morning. You just answered all the questions that we were about to ask. But
I'm happy to assist. And again, I know I'm not sure. I think I remember first, but you were asking a little background. So I'll give you my background. Again, I also was born in Anguilla. I left when I was a teenager to pursue education in the United States. I attended Queens College in the city of New York, and I did a bachelor in political science and economics and a master's in urban affairs. And then from there, I branched off into teaching and also into business. I was a manager at one of the local newspapers in Long Island called Newsday. And then after that, I went back to teaching again. And after retirement, I moved back to Anguilla. I'm sure I sent a sort of snapshot of a bio to you. I'm sure you have that in terms of my experience in returning to Anguilla. I was involved with the church, with government in terms of the Public Service Commission, the parole board, juvenile court. And so I got myself involved, although I was retired.
Oh, nice.
Wonderful. And as we wrap, gentlemen, can you share any final words of encouragement for persons to join ANSAR 2023 events? Any words of encouragement?
Mr. Connor, we'll start with you first.
No, I didn't hear the question, please.
Yes, we're asking you, Mr. Connor, if you could share any words of encouragement to persons to join the ANSAR 2023 events.
Well, I know there's a little problem that we encounter, and that is in terms of not transportation, but airline flights and things of that nature. Because when we first started to put ANSAR together, which was in 2020, that is the year that we were really going to put it on. We had engaged, Seymour can attest to this, we had engaged, at that time, the hotel name that he just mentioned is Aurora. At that time, it was known as Cruisinaut. But since then, this billionaire bought it out, and now it's Aurora. We had engaged 50 rooms from Aurora.
I'm sorry about that.
Okay, so now with the airline fares since then has doubled.
Oh, wow.
People are asking, oh my goodness, is it that expensive to get to Anguilla? But we just share with them, we have no control over that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Control, we would let you come into Anguilla for free to see what it is that Anguilla has to offer.
Yeah.
Because we have a lot to offer.
Yes.
But to get to Anguilla by any means necessary, I think it's up to the person now how bad, as we would say in the real estate business, is how bad you want it to be there. Some of the folks coming to our shows whom I've been in contact with, especially up in the UK, had never ever been to Anguilla.
Oh, nice.
And they say they're looking forward because it will be an experience for them. And if you guys who we are in chit-chatting with right now had never been to Anguilla, I myself have to confess that the first time I ever been to St. Kitts and Nevis was one of my family reunion, and that was in 2014.
Oh, wow.
As close as we were.
Yeah.
Okay? And you could just jump on a boat and you head over to St. Kitts or Nevis.
Yeah,
and that's the
true.
first time I've ever visited St. Kitts and Nevis. And that's not going to be the last time either. But again, we are so close, but still yet so far away.
Yeah.
So I am encouraging anyone within the sound of my voice, however you can get to Anguilla, but I wouldn't advise you to swim because with some treacherous waters there and through those channels. But however you can get to see it fit to get to Anguilla for the 14th to the 16th, and if you wish to stay a little longer, the choice is yours. We welcome each and every one to our shows.
Mr. Hodge, any closing words from you? Mr. Hodge, can you hear me?
Yes, okay, yes, I can hear you.
Any final words to encourage folks to join the ANSAR 2023 event?
Yes, just again, visit our website. All information in regards to transportation, in regards to hotels, in regards to the activities are on our website, answer2023anguilla.com. And if you want to come down for a day or two or the entire weekend, we appreciate you. We will do the utmost to be the best host in the country.
Oh, that is so
Very well
sweet.
said.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for taking time out and speaking to us and educating us on these two associations. And we hope that all that you have planned will come into fruition, and that maybe you can come back and let us know how the event went once all has been completed.
Right. Thank you very much for giving us the opportunity to be on your show.
Oh, pleasure having you. Thank you for taking time out to be on with us this morning.
Thank you.
Yes.
And I know that what Carolyn told me, even though it's a holiday here in the U.S., it's also going to be a holiday in St. Kitts.
Tomorrow, yes, CARICOM
Tomorrow,
Day.
yes, it's CARICOM Day in St. Kitts.
Okay, happy holiday to you, but we can say happy 4th of July to us up here. So
Yes, happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th, indeed.
I don't know if you guys are aware, but Seymour was coming out of Anguilla, and I'm coming from New York.
Yes,
Yes,
we are
yes,
aware.
we're aware.
We are
Yes.
aware.
But,
Okay, thanks.
well,
You're
thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you.
Nice fun. And again, we appreciate whatever you can do in terms of helping us to get this to be talked about in terms of people coming to our shows, because we welcome each and every one with open arms.
Indeed, indeed. And St. Kitts Nevis, we're brothers and sisters when it comes to Anguilla. It was first St. Kitts Nevis and Anguilla.
Yeah.
So we still have that bond.
I know Seymour said some time ago that he has family in St. Kitts, but sadly, the only person that I have in St. Kitts is my wife's sister. And I was telling Carolyn the other day that her sister is, the surname is Christmas.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys, that's my wife's sister.
Okay.
Oh,
But
nice.
I think her son also is in the ministry, Methodist minister. So if you come across a Methodist minister with the last name Christmas,
Yes, we had him on the show already.
Yes.
there you go. That's my wife.
Okay, that's nice.
Yes,
Smart.
I have a lot of relatives, again, because of our uniqueness in St. Kitts, Nevis, and Anguilla, where we got started. I have cousins in St. Kitts, also in Nevis. Well, I'm not going to call any names, but if I forget some, you might get upset.
All right.